Hi, this is Christopher. I'm a marketer. We do a lot of things in business. Have you ever wondered why we do the things we do in our careers, companies, and objectives? To know how and to know why are very important, but also very different. Let's talk about principles and process. It's Thanksgiving. A young mother is showing her daughter how to cook a turkey. She explains to first clean the turkey, baste the turkey, and then bend its legs back before putting it into the oven. The daughter then tells the mother she understands the first two steps of preparing a turkey, but questions why one needs to bend the legs back before putting it into the oven. The mother simply states, "Well, that's just how I was taught from my mother." The mother and daughter then go into the living room and ask Grandma, "Why do we bend the turkey legs back before putting it into the oven?" Grandma simply replies, "Well, that's just how my mother taught me." Finally, the daughter, mother, and grandmother turn to Great Granny and ask, "Why do we bend the turkey legs back before putting it into the oven?" Great Grandma replies, "Well, back in my day, ovens were a lot smaller, so we needed to make our food smaller to fit." This is one of my favorite examples about describing what a process is and why it should always come second to a principle. Now, I'm not saying that a process is a bad thing, but sometimes we forget the reason for the process and the approach to making it better. So, what is a process? A process is a system, an operation, a formula that has inputs, a conversion, and an output, an if and then, a way of doing something or how something is done. A principle is something a little more special. It's the reasoning behind the process. It is something that stays behind when the process changes. A principle is a fundamental truth, a theory, something bigger that encompasses how we do something, almost a why. What does search engine optimization, email marketing, radio advertising, and direct mail have in common? They are all amazing tools in marketing, and each has a specific process for researching, creating, implementing, and reviewing. But what do they have in common? Would you say that each concept stems from the fundamental principles of communication? What are some basic principles of effective communication? How about knowing your audience? What about the principle of delivering what you promise? Effective communication is a two-way street, and knowing this and applying it to each of them makes them more effective. Let's say I'm searching for a new home. How effective could each of these communication tools be in their advertising and promotion efforts by applying the principles of effective communication? Marketers understand that effective communication is extremely important in understanding the keywords typed into a search engine, how important an email subject line is, how a customer could view a letter or flyer in the mail, or how impactful the tone of a person's voice could be. Did you ever start a new job and the supervisor showed you how things are done? A process is important because we need to understand how things are done, but the leaders, innovators, and marketers have the courage to challenge the status quo, sincerely and wholeheartedly, with the intention of making the process better. Take a look at this principle of economics. The price of something is what you give up to get it. How many companies want you to spend your money with them? How important is it in every advertisement, in every sales pitch, in every brand message, in every action done by the company to make a customer feel that what they could get is more than what they are giving up? Manufacturing has had so many changes in process, from the assembly line to robotics. Although process has changed countless times, the principles of manufacturing like quality assurance, cost control, or safety remain within the methods. A process is important because it shows us how things are done, but a principle is the fundamental reasoning behind the process. Things will change, and understanding the principles of why we do things can help us improve and help us become better marketers. Thank you. Hi, this is Christopher. I'm a marketer. Thank you so much for viewing my marketing videos. If you like what you see, give us a like. If you don't, tell us about it. Marketing is all about improving. For more marketing content, be sure to share and subscribe. Thank you and happy marketing.